I had relations with a pig. That's called porking.
Ugh, that's tasteless.
No, ma'am, that's tasteless adjacent.
Welcome to Tasteless Adjacent, episode 21. I'm Jay Chowder. We got Bode.
Hey.
Slopdog.
Hello.
Hello. La, la, la. And they just did the Curb Your Enthusiasm finale, and it kind of was like the Seinfeld finale. It was really good. Anyway.
That
So we
show's
were
not
just talking-
over?
What?
That show's not over yet?
Curb or Seinfeld?
Curbs. I know Seinfeld ended a long time ago.
Oh, man. Michael Richards, right? And
know what Curb is. What's Curb?
So Larry David, who's the co-creator, or I think co-creator with Jerry Seinfeld on the show Seinfeld, he was like the writer. Kind of think of George. That's who Larry David is. Kind of.
Okay.
And and he played the voice of the guy, the fucking owner of the Yankees. Remember? I don't know. He was the voice of that guy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I didn't know
And
that.
but yeah, so he was Larry David. So he's gonna show it's kind of Seinfeldy. It's just him going through life, and then he meets people. Like there was an episode where he had to write an obituary for his wife's aunt, but there was a typo, so it said "loved aunt, beloved cunt," loved wife, beloved cunt instead of aunt. And like the family's like, why would you write cunt in the obituary? So everyone got mad at him because like. They thought he wrote cunt in the obituary. He's like, I wouldn't write cunt. Why would I write that? Why would they? And he's like, why would they write that? They wouldn't spell check it with me. Who would write beloved cunt in the obituary? And yeah, it's really good. It's on HBO. But I highly recommend it. And but anyway, so that just ended.
It's just called-
And
It's just called
What?
Curb? It's
Curb
just
Your
called Curb?
Enthusiasm.
Oh, okay. All right.
And it's really, really good. I highly recommend it. He's like at a table playing like poker in another episode, and there's like a gay guy there, and it just because he like is like playing like I don't know. I agree with like a lot of stuff Larry David said, but I always Mike George is my favorite character anyway. But but like he does stuff where it's just like you can kind of go, yeah, the world's crazy. But like so he's playing poker, and the gay guy like does something that like playing cards, and he calls the gay guy a cunt. He's like, don't be a cunt. And everyone's so offended that he called him a cunt. And he's like, what? So he has to leave. And then like he's in the car joking around with his wife. So they already think he's a piece of shit. And he's in the car. And she's saying something like, oh, now they're going to believe you hit me. So he's like, you want to get hit? And he's fake hitting her. And she's like, oh, no. And then they come out of the house. And now they think Larry's beating his wife in the car. Oh, it's a really good show. Like he dates a girl who's in a wheelchair. And he puts her in his phone under the name Wheelie.
That's horrible.
So funny. And
It's Scoots, right?
what was that?
Like Scoots. There's a
Hey, Scoots. Yeah. And then like it's yeah, I don't know, it's just really good. They got like all bunch of episodes, and then like I don't know, it's just
A TV show with episodes, huh? Sounds like a new concept.
yeah, but as a whole. And say Bob. Oh, sorry, Bob. And but we were talking about before we got out of here. So there was like I forgot who it was, right? It was some I don't know, famous or whatever. I only know because Jimmy Pop of the Bloodhound Gang, his Twitter. So the girl got in trouble for throwing her used tampon or something out, and Jimmy Pop of the Bloodhound Gang response was, "Oh, so I guess they caught her red-handed then, huh?" And they goes, "Anybody else say that already?" And then I thought it was funny, and then so oh Jesus, that's horrible. Now what's your magic gonna throw this? It's fucking horrible. Let's delete this part of the podcast. Fucking flat tire. Who gives a fuck now? Anyway,
I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, I fell coming into the house the other day, and
No, you mean into the outside house? Like what?
into the trailer. Yep, and
You live in a small box.
Oh.
A small box where there's a round bucket you shit in.
that's correct. And listen, so I was going into my bucket house, and I I tripped on the rug and I just ate it. Like it was the morning too, and so I was like coming into the house and I tripped, and like my knee hit a rock and it was just like thud, and it woke my son up and he's like, opens the door and he's like, "Dad, you all right?" And I was like, "Yeah, buddy, I'm all right." And then so once he knew I was all right, he was then just disgusted me. Goes, "All right, Dad, come on, come on in the house." I'm like, what the fuck? Like, come on, man. And
good thing you weren't carrying the shit bucket. That could have been way
oh my
worse.
god, it'd be horrendous.
Slopdog, wasn't it your dad that was carrying the cat box and fell?
Yes. Yes. The cat shit. Well, because when we were kids, going to the mall, the whole deal. Anyway, and one of the things was, to like wipe down this chair that was downstairs, and it had like the wood on it,
Yes, with the polish on it.
So it was like all, it was on the floor because we were kids and like, over aggressive apparently with, the stuff. And like he came downstairs with the cat box to like, go dump it out and like, change it out. And he totally like slipped on a banana peel and the cat shit went off.
He just ate it.
The 2 inches of pledge at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah, at the bottom of the stairs on an linoleum floor, we're like, let's polish the chair here. And then,
Right here. Oh.
poor old fuck ate it. And then like, I don't know, but it was like kind of slave labor, right? He'd be like, I got a jar of change, and if you 4 kids clean my house like Cinderella, I'll let you split the change when we go to the mall. And we were like, fuck yeah. We'd always get like $5-6 out of him, something like that each or something like that. I don't know. Was it more? $10? I think one time $10. Anyway, so we bust. We
I
like
clean a
bust
lot.
more than that.
I feel like we each got like $20 most of the time.
Yeah, maybe he upped the ante. Maybe like we only got so much, and he would up it. Who knows? But
We did a lot of cleaning though. It took a while.
yeah, we did a lot. Maybe he's like, I better give these guys some kind of money. And then
didn't we jack up? Like, was Goop
jack him off? What are you doing? Wow, you did get $20. I only got 10.
No, we jacked up the
Jesus
floor.
Christ! You what
jacked
to the
up-
floor?
We jacked up the floor beams.
What?
Because the floor was
Did you
sagging.
get fucked in the basement? Did you get fucked in the basement, kid? This probably. Well, I mean, we can cut this on the podcast. You want to talk about this? I mean, what happened?
Oh my god! No, we.
Anytime you see
The
Pledge
floor
in the
was-
store, he freaks out. His wife's like, "Come on!" He's like, "I can't go down this aisle. Why? I can't look at Pledge. It reminds me too much." They use Pledge as a lubricant and fucking put it on their dicks and fuck them in the ass.
My farts always smell lemony fresh.
Yeah, and it comes out and sounds like you're squirting a Pledge bottle.
Every time he hears that, his butthole puckers.
Tonight on Dateline.
They put the whole Pledge can in his asshole, like that's the holder. Really gape that shit so they can just fucking spit in it like a well.
No, like the floor in that apartment was sagging, so
Yes.
there was like a jack. We had to go downstairs and jack it up.
And then I got $20.
It is not getting any better.
I'm so it's crazy.
Yeah, there's nothing I can say that's gonna make this story better.
No.
Story ended.
Well,
Anyway,
I'm glad you got extra money at least.
Wait, you guys got paid?
they're like, we're not paying you his money. We're just paying you his experience, boy. And then
The one tear comes down. One pledge tear.
and they lick your tears like, ah.
There's blood in my stool again. Is it hemorrhoids or anal rippage?
Fine. Put some cornstarch on it.
Yeah, put some cornstarch on it.
Put some cornstarch on it.
Like, oh, Graham, my butthole's really hurting. Yeah, some cornstarch will be fine. And she's like, we don't talk about it. Just cornstarch it. They're like, oh,
Put some
boy.
cornstarch on it.
I remember there was a lady who I walked in. Grandma had that living room, and she'd be like, "Don't go in there," and I never would listen to her. I remember I seen her naked. I listened to her, and I went in there and I seen our uncle fucking some lady who killed herself, and I don't think because she fucked him, but
Not
I think
at the same day, not at the same time.
Right. She wasn't like
You just
fucking
kind of threw those things together.
Right. So you know how people get double teamed? She had like a shotgun in her mouth and a dick in her pussy and just pulled the trigger. She's like, "You want to get wet all over?" Or shotgun in her pussy, dick in her mouth. Whatever. I mean, whatever your flavor is.
Wow, this went off the rails.
Got in her head. And, Jesus.
No. Ooh.
Anyway. Yeah, but I walked in, I wasn't supposed to see him. She just had these hanging tits. He was riding that dick like a fucking sailor. And, but anyway, rest in peace. And,
What the fuck?
I can't. What the hell?
Okay, and that's the podcast, people. Thanks for thanks for listening.
We're so sorry.
We apologize.
We're so sorry.
He doesn't get out much. He
what's
lives
the
in a,
gonna be for
he
this
lives in a
podcast?
town.
A shotgun?
He shits in a bucket. I don't know what else to say.
Come on, you gotta laugh at life. Come on.
So, also, I want to address the. I'm just trying to change the subject now.
Please.
So, if you've noticed, we have some heavy breathing in the background, little stalkerish vibes going. Hopefully, we won't have that this week, but no promises. Just might be the way I breathe.
I want someone to request it. No, please keep breathing. That's the only reason I listen.
How else am I going to come, damn it?
I can't reach a climax unless I hear some fucking hot breathing in my ear. Imagine someone on like a treadmill at the fucking working out, and then they're like, I can't listen to this. Like, it's breathing in my ears.
They just keep thinking somebody's walking up behind them. They can feel the breath in the back of the neck.
Phone's thinking about the plunge again.
Oh Jesus! Remember that movie Days of Confused?
Yeah, I love that movie.
I know you do. Remember,
Wow.
We had a friend. Well, I had a friend.
What does that mean? Wait, let's rewind. I know you do. What does that mean?
I just know you like that. It comes up quite often in conversation.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know why. I maybe you fucking. I have no idea. Maybe you have fantasies about being paddled. I'm not sure. No, that movie comes up in conversation with you. Oh, Days of Confused. I love that film.
I love that.
Might be because you're a pothead now. I don't know.
I liked it before. I'm not a pothead.
Oh,
I
by
liked
the way,
it before.
Mom knows you're a pothead now. She's like, he does what? Does he do it in front of the kids? I'm like, no. He's all high in front of the kids? I'm like, Mom.
Oh my God.
Like,
She's gonna hunt you down now.
He's out in the desert. He looks up. He wonders if we're a marble. And she's like, he what?
Oh my God. How dare he?
What is it for a marble? And black and
oh Jesus.
Dude, that's the best. No, I liked it before I ever smoked pot, and it was really good. But it's like really, I don't know. I really like it when we go through when we come home. Jesus Christ, my tongues are horrible. When I come, I watch Days of Confused, and
watching those freshmen get spanked.
Yeah, like here's the good part, and so when we head home for not this year. Well, after winter, we're heading back next kind of February, March. We're gonna go through Austin, and I'm like, how do I not get like put on a list or get put in jail? Because I want to go to that high school, but it was filmed in Austin, but it's actually a middle school. Like, how do I get in there to like I just want to take my picture by the wall with Abraham Lincoln. And I'm like, how the fuck do I get in there? And I'm like, I have no fucking idea. I'm like, I'm going to get arrested.
Asked to go on a tour because your oldest son, you're thinking of moving to the area and your oldest son will be in that high school.
Oh, shit. Now he said something similar to that. And I was like, I don't know. That's so weird.
It's totally. It's like the plot to Kindergarten Cop when he like tours the school.
Except they'll have Chowder's picture. Don't let this man near the high school.
They're like, no. I'm sorry, sir. No.
He's standing outside the high school right as the bell rings with the paddle in his hand. Come on, freshman!
They're like, this guy in my poncho. And,
I just remember the reason I brought it up is I remember this friend when I was in middle school. I think it came out when I was in middle school.
Wait, this is the one that Slopdog dated, I think.
Oh,
yes,
no.
It is.
Oh, this goes down.
We used to love that movie, and I love that movie too. That was a great movie. But he loved it for one reason only, I swear to God. Because he was so excited about the concept of the seniors would paddle the freshmen. He's like, that's so cool, that's so awesome, I wish we could do that. And he's like, he would bring it up about, our senior year in high school, that would be so awesome if we could, paddle the freshmen. And I'm just like, whoa, take it down a notch, man. He brought it up all the time, and I'm just like, he thought it was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, he was a bit too, dude, does he have kids now? He's like a paddle on the wall, not a cat of nine tails. He's like, you want the paddle? Like, Dad, I ate all my food. He's like, I don't know. There's a string meat in the garbage. Paddle in there. Like, he just paddles his kids. I think he just wanted to feel like he was cool. Like he had the power. Like, now he was the big shot senior, and go fuck your mother. And it's crazy talk. And but yeah, he was like, his dick was hard over that shit, dude. Like, see what you missed out on, Slopdog?
I know, right? I know. I gave it all up.
You want to bring a paddle to the bedroom? Hey, let's paddle each other.
Like, oh no. Okay, time out. It would have to be like the Zach Morris moment. Be like, time out.
He carved his name in the paddle, so it leaves his name in your ass.
Dude, he's always putting on Alice Cooper's "No More Mr. Nice Guy." And he's like, "Come on, time to paddle me."
There was this one guy I used to be friends with when I was in high school and stuff. And in my 20s, like, we connected. He called me out of the blue and stuff, and we were talking. And he's like, "Oh yeah, I live in the city now. I live in Providence. Do you want to? You should come. You and your girlfriend should come up and hang out with me and my girlfriend. We have an apartment." Like, yeah, sure. We go up there. He's showing us around. He said, "Oh, you guys want a tour?" We're like, "Sure." He brings us right in the bedroom, and he's like, he's got like this folder full of like fucking pictures, like Polaroids out. And they're all of like him in like gimp suits and shit, and like he's got like a paddle, like that his girlfriend was a dominatrix, and like a paddle with like words on. I forget what the word was, but it would like she would slap him in the ass, and it would like the red mark. They would
say champ on it.
Yeah, like shit like that. And I'm just like, we're just looking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And then, like, he showed us this, like, one extra, like, the second bedroom. The windows are all blacked out, and there was, like, hooks all over the walls and stuff. And he's like,
my God.
He'd be like, this is the fun room. And I'm like,
what?
Well,
all right. Shit, did it end with, like, does this smell like chloroform to you? Is that how it ended?
I don't know.
Bro, you all right?
I ended up at home 2 weeks later. My ass hurt. I wasn't sure what happened.
He's like, look at the second bedroom. It's just like a drawer in a fucking, like, bureau. And he's just like, and he's like, so I have a question. Oh, thanks, baby.
Be careful. 2 hands.
All right, I got it, baby. That's good. I only got 1 hand. Thank you. I appreciate it, sir.
He only needs to use 1 hand, believe me.
He was bringing me down.
We took baths together. We were kids.
Yeah, you got a good dick. Hey, good for you. You got the fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger dick. I got the Dan DeVito dick.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd say go that far, but.
And, what were we talking about? I got distracted.
We were talking about the sex dungeon.
Oh, this is gonna sound weird. And it's not. Is that the kid I got Vaseline on his pants?
What?
Remember we were playing a Moist Chicken show at the at the garage, and I had Vaseline on myself, and he gave me a hard time. I got Vaseline on his pants, and I owed him money for his pants and shit like that.
I don't remember that. Well, you'll have to ask me afterwards.
And fuck, I don't know. And but I think it's the same kid. And
It probably is.
And I remember that kid. He was a fucking real cunt. Good for him. And
yeah, you didn't get along with him, so it probably was that guy.
Yeah, he's a real cunt. And hey, cunt, go fuck your mother. And
you just run into some.
He wanted you to argue with him so he could paddle you.
No, he was the one that liked to get paddled. It seemed.
Oh.
Of course, real fucking cuck. Go fuck your mother. And fucking, he's a cunt. If it's the one I'm thinking about, kid. Oh man. Anyway, I hope he's doing all right in life though. And
I hope he's living his best cunt life.
Yeah.
What?
Fucking
speaking of weird people, so being in a band back in the day, like especially a teenager and stuff, there wasn't a whole lot of like internet like sites you could like hunt people down for like drummer wanted. So a lot of the time you just go to music stores with like, hey, these are our influences. We're looking for a drummer. Pull the tab and with our phone number, give us a call. And
yeah,
met a lot of drummers and stuff that way, and other musicians and over the years. And I remember there was this drummer. Let's call him Barry. And he answered, so we went to his house because we usually put it at the drummer's house because the drummer has the most equipment.
Yeah.
And
a place to play.
Yeah, we went and played at his house, and he was a little odd and awkward, but and he's very robotic when he played. But like, yeah, we'll give this a shot a couple more times. And the second time we came over, I forgot we brought a friend or something, and he was just like, "Hey guys, you want something to drink or eat?" We're like, "Yeah, sure." So we were drinking, like eating pizza and having a couple sodas or something. And he's like, "You guys want to see a video?"
Oh no.
And I'm like, we're like, sure. And he's like, "Yeah, just me and my friends goofing off."
Oh boy.
No.
And I'm like, okay. So first it's him and his friends just goofing off. They're jumping into a pool that has a slight bit of ice on it, so they're, going through the ice and stuff, and just doing stupid stuff. And then all of a sudden, he's naked.
Oh boy.
And somebody has the camera, and they're just like, come on, like, you want your clothes back? And he's like, come on, give my clothes back, guys. And there's like 4 or 5 people there, guys and girls. And they're like, okay, well, grab the beam above you and hang upside down like a gorilla. So he did. And then they're like, all right, well, with one hand hang and the other hand grab your dick and jerk it off to the camera. So we did. And we're just like, we're looking at each other like, what the fuck? And they're like, bend over and stick your finger in your ass.
Oh my.
And then he was like opening his butthole, like, open your butthole to the camera. And and we're just like, this is the second time we ever met this guy. And
now you know him intimately.
Wow.
We kept him as a drummer for a few more months. And we played some shows. And he got really depressed because I guess he was showing everybody that video, and like all of a sudden nobody wanted to talk to him, and the girl he was dating stopped dating him.
He's like, it sounds like he should have been a moist chicken.
He's like, I shouldn't have showed anybody that video.
No, you shouldn't have.
No.
Who was holding the camera?
His
and
friends.
Why was he so willing to do it and then show it to the whole thing?
I don't know if he thought it was really cool or something, but
those are terrible friends.
Yeah,
those are horrible friends, dude. People are like that crazy. We had that one friend who showed me a picture of like his dad fucking his mom in the ass. It was like a photo book of his mom and dad fucking. I'm like, why are you showing me this? But I still jerked off to it. And he was very kind and gave me the room so I could jerk off in his fucking parents' bedroom. And what? And then another guy we were trying out for a drummer, and same thing. Just showed me. He's like, "You want to see a picture of my girlfriend naked?" And we're like, "What?" He just showed us his girlfriend naked. We're like, "Well, that's nice." And then like that's craziness to me. Like we're like, this isn't normal. Like to us. So he wasn't a drummer, and then. Yeah, so we only had like 2 kind of drummers in our band, and they were both pretty legit, I think. And Climax and Hot Pants, neither one of them were like, "Hey, you want to see?" Like that's insane. That's insane.
Want to see me finger my butthole?
No, I don't even know.
Like, that's a true story too. That fucking really. It was the second time we ever met him.
Oh my god!
And we're just
I don't even
like,
think.
We're like, what the fuck is
That's a no
going on?
callback. Yeah, that's the kind
Well,
of.
we didn't needed a drummer, so we kept him for a few months.
Yeah.
And he drummed a couple shows for us and stuff. And
How?
weird kid. We had a singer once that his thing was like right from the beginning. He'd be like, "Hey, check out my watch," and if you look down, he'd put his nutsack over his wrist, and he'd always show us his nuts. And that's the same guy that was just like he came to practice with his girlfriend, and then the next practice is like, "Hey, check this out," and again, it was a picture of his girlfriend sucking his dick. And
what are you doing?
All right. And then when he went away. He had to go to like a training and stuff for a weekend, let's just say, and she cheated on him, and he found out. So she took that picture because they had been dating for a while, so he knew her family and stuff, and emailed it to like her father, her uncles, her cousins, every male in her family. He just like emailed it to.
That's horrible.
I know. I'm just like, holy shit. And then
He's more the dick in that situation.
And then 2 months later, she shows back up with him at practice. She's like, "Hey, what's up, guys?" It's like,
oh my god, the family hates him.
Like, maybe she was trying to like lure him into a trap so they could all beat the shit out of him or something.
Lure him into a trap.
Imagine that. Imagine. You're like, oh. Imagine, kid, if like.
Yeah. Oh my god! So like that's when her dad's like, yeah. Oh, what time do you have? So he takes out his nuts and he just just smacks him.
Smashes him.
Oh. Imagine that if somebody would have sent like that picture of like the Cool Whip kid sucking your dick to mom or something when you were in high school, kid.
I see what you did there. And,
You wouldn't have liked it, huh?
That would have hurt my feelings. And God bless him. I hope he's doing okay. And dude, I'm still amazed how mom. Oh, side note. In the beginning of this podcast, it went off the rails. That's because you had some joke about you were going to talk about something with a period or something, right?
What?
You were going to say something about.
I wasn't going to say a joke. You were saying something about somebody throwing a famous
tampon.
person taking a dirty tampon and whipping it at somebody.
Right, and then Jimmy Pop made that joke, and then I was like, "Oh shit!" And then we were talking about it before the podcast. I'm like, "Oh, we should talk about this on the podcast." So we start talking about the podcast, and I went to go say it, but it wasn't as funny because you guys already heard it. I was just trying to get to you, and I don't know. And now I'm off the rails again trying to explain it. God damn it!
What is going on? I was just gonna say after you had said that earlier on, is that we had a mutual friend who his parents were kind of rich, and him and his two sisters shared a second floor. They had like their own bedrooms and their own bathroom and their own like living room area space. And the girls, the sisters, used to leave like their dirty fucking pads full of blood like in their underwear on the floor all the time. It was fucking gross. Like you go to use that bathroom and it was disgusting. Like they say guys can be nasty in bathrooms. Oh. That's super gross. Those girls showed us that they can be fucking horrific.
No, usually when we go, see, I'm glad I brought it up. And fucking what a stinker of a story. But it's my fault because I thought it was like, I don't know, whatever, fuck me. But anyway, so when I'm out with Naeem, my wife, we got to use the bathrooms. Usually the girls' bathrooms are fucking mess. But like the guys is usually pretty legit. I remember when I worked at this one place, this real big fat bitch would always shit in the bathroom and leave shit on the toilet seat and everything. And I remember people would complain about it. They would tell me this. Like, hey, is your bathroom pretty clean in the men's room? I was like, yeah, dude, it's pretty legit. Like, there's nothing. This is like a professional place. You got to wear a suit, and a tie and everything. And I'm like, yeah, it's fine. And they're like, oh, man, this fat bitch just goes in there and it stinks. You could smell it like outside the bathroom. I mean, I'm not trying to pick on her weight, but she was a bit of a cunt. So I will say she's a fat bitch. And she's like just shitting. Like one time, this gay guy walks past the bathroom and he just goes, "Woof!" I couldn't stop laughing about it for a good 15 minutes. And this guy was funny too. He kind of looked like the father from the Wild Thornberrys, and Yeah, he was just like, woof. And then this fat bitch, it's like, so someone I think eventually had to talk to her and be like, don't shit on the toilet anymore and you stink. Use another bathroom. There was a guy who in another work would always come up. He worked on the second floor. We'd always come up to the third floor and shit in our bathroom, which is right by our like cubicles. And it always smelled like a fish shit. Like he just ate a bunch of fish and then just shit in our bathroom. So like every day you go and I'd be like, fish shit's up here again. So that was the nickname we gave him, was fish shit. And he'd come fish shit in our bathroom and then go back downstairs to his fucking level and to wherever. And it was just like, just shit in your own bathroom. Like, why are you shitting it off?
He didn't want to stink up his own level.
No shit, exactly. Probably want to fuck some girl down there or something. And I think he had a wife and a kid on the way, but he always was trying to fuck this whore who worked in fucking customer service. Anyway. And
not when his shit smelled like that. Whoa.
That's why he came up to the third floor.
Whoa. We had I worked at this place one time where this guy used to come in, and he was this big guy. You know, obviously had diabetes. He had like those stretch elastic fucking leg socks on.
Yeah.
And he had sores all over his legs that used to bleed.
Oh.
And he would come in because his wife wouldn't let him do number 2 at home. So he came to our store multiple times a day to shit.
Oh.
And he would sit on the toilet and he would leave blood smeared on there. And like, it smelled like somebody fucking died. Like, it smelled like he ate a corpse and shit it out. It was awful. And yeah, he would leave blood everywhere. Oh, it was so gross.
Do you have to tell him he couldn't come in anymore?
I think he died.
Oh,
boy.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
That'll fix it. Oh my god.
That's like, and it sounds like it's just like, but like clean up after yourself.
Feel bad for the guy, but shit at your own house. His wife wouldn't let him shit at home anymore.
I remember once, this is horrible. I had to use a public bathroom and I just shit, but I didn't sit on the toilet seat because I didn't want to get all dirty. But then it's like someone pulled a grenade pin out of my asshole and it just exploded on the back, everything. And I tried to clean up the best I could, but there was like no cleaning this up. And I'm like, this is bad news. And I felt bad, but like I like quickly wiped up and just left. And then I go to the car and my wife, well, then girlfriend, I was like, we gotta go. She's like, what's the matter? I'm like, we gotta go now. I don't want anybody knowing it was me. Like it was like where we used to live, you know. And I was like, I can't. No, man. Like people are gonna be angry about this. There's no doubt someone wasn't motherfucking the pig who shit in that bathroom because it was horrible. And I was like, I gotta go.
Was it like a restaurant? Was it like a restaurant bathroom?
It was a restaurant bathroom, yeah. I didn't even, and the funny thing is, I didn't even eat there. I had to just shit, and we were driving by, and I go, I gotta use the bathroom. And I just walk into the restaurant and just go to the bathroom, and just ruined it.
What kind of food do they serve there?
Pizza.
Oh, okay, I know what place you're talking about.
Shitty pizza.
Shitty pizza.
Anywho, God bless America. And yeah, dude, it was horrendous. I feel bad for we had to clean that up. It was not good. And
they're like, oh man, big man, shit big. It smells horrible.
Chinese restaurant bathroom always smells because it goes through you. And in those bathrooms, man, you always see somebody shitting in the Chinese restaurant.
Chinese doesn't go through me.
Oh man, it goes just so bad it'll make you shit in a urinal. And call back and I don't know. But anyway, I was telling the story earlier how I fell. It reminded me of when I lived in the house. I fell into a house as well. And always in my neighborhood, I'd always like be shirtless and stuff. Like so much, like I don't have to buy to be shirtless. I remember going to the dentist and the lady's like, "Oh, you live on? My father lives on that street. My parents do." I go, "Oh, cool." And then I go, "Yeah, he probably sees me out there. I'm not wearing a shirt or whatever." She's like, "Oh, my dad's always trying not to wear a shirt. My mother's telling him to wear a shirt." And then after this visit, he's out there wearing no shirt, cutting the grass. I'm like, he's probably like, if that fat fuck can wear no shirt, why can't I wear a shirt? You know what I mean? And so I'd go get the mail in like my wife's bathrobe or whatever. Anyway, but so like I'm out on the porch for some reason doing something, and I'm just in my underwear. And I believe like it was like I ran out of underwear, so I was in like I think tighty whities. So like, and I tripped on the porch, and you know those white plastic chairs that are outside. Well, when I fell, my neck broke my fall on the arm of the chair, and I kind of bounced up a little, but fell. And it sounded like
your fall?
yeah, it sounded like a bomb went off. So then I fall, and like I'm kind of up in the air. My ass is hanging out. I'm half in a chair. And my wife comes out. I was like, "What the fuck's going on out here?" And she's like, "Are you all right?" And then as soon as she knew I was all right, she just laughed so hard. She couldn't stop laughing. I'm just a fat, naked guy, pretty much on my porch, tangled in chairs. And, God bless America. And our neighbors, we sold the house apartment. Thank God.
You were bringing down the property value.
That guy. Like, what happened to that guy that was always in his underwear? They're like, I don't know.
Always, no shirt on, just fucking cutting my grass or fucking trimming my hedges or whatever. And, taking off the garbage. They're like, throw yourself in there, you piece of shit.
Well,
and,
you've never liked clothes. You've always been like, I just remember always like, you just come out of the bathroom and you're just naked. You just all clothes are gone. And you just hang out around the house. Sometimes halfway through your shit with toilet paper just sticking your ass like a fucking shitty fucking jackrabbit.
That's all right. The best is when like you could get like a good cottontail going, and if there was a fan on, it really would catch the toilet paper, blow it in the breeze. Oh, that's a good time.
I remember looking back. I remember watching TV and looking back and seeing your ass in the air in the fucking front of the fan. And your fucking cottontail toilet paper ass is fucking just flapping in the breeze. I had friends over. He didn't care too. He didn't care. My friends are over. Mom's friends are over. Grandma's friends are over. He was like, "Hey, ladies," just slowly doing your little strut through the kitchen, hoping one of them was gonna fucking pull out their fucking teeth and gum your dick.
Dude, I was horny. I'd fuck anybody when I was younger. I was just all takers. And dude, I'm so starved for attention. I think I don't know. It's toned down, but it's still there. I think. I don't know what's wrong with me. Because when I was a kid, I was in school. This had to be elementary. I tell the story, and my wife is both sad for me and laughs at the same time. So it was middle school or elementary. I think it was more elementary school, but closer to middle school. And we were in school, and there was a kid. He was wearing like all blue, like blue shirt and blue pants. And the teacher goes, "Oh, hey, look at you, little boy blue." From that day on, I just wore blue because I was hoping she would call me little boy blue.
Kid, have you gotten your short-term memory checked lately?
Why did I tell that already?
I think last podcast.
Did I?
Slopdog.
Oh, that's possible.
If you didn't hear, she softly said, "It's possible."
Slopdog, did I tell that last podcast?
You did.
Oh, God damn it!
You gotta calm down to the pod, kid.
I tell a story about me falling last podcast?
You didn't, but you did tell about the dentist a couple podcasts ago.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This man smokes too much marijuana.
Oops. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. Now we gotta tell your mom he's losing his short-term memory because of the drugs.
Because of the marijuana. She'll start an intervention.
I just love her reaction of he thinks we live in a marble, and he's like, "What?" I think if you do it responsibly, you're good. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, sometimes just need to chill and take a load off. Right? No? I don't know. Dude, stop me if I told this last podcast. When I was at your house, I ate so much food because I would go in the garage, smoke it up, and I would eat ice cream and all this other shit. That when I got home, did I tell the story?
Yes.
God damn it!
Oh, if it wasn't last podcast, it was the podcast before.
Oh,
Because
fuck
we were
me.
laughing about how much ice cream you had, and you were having a hard time breathing, and get different air, you know.
Yes.
from the ride home, and then you just wanted to eat salad because your body craved it.
Jesus Christ, that's horrible.
You should probably get that checked out.
Oh my
You know, what you didn't talk about last week was that OJ died.
Oh, that's true. Yes.
How you guys feeling about about? I've seen so many memes about OJ's face on orange juice containers that says expired OJ.
That's pretty funny.
The juice is loose. I remember there was a girl. What, something?
I saw one where it's like, you remember those Leslie Nielsen movies, like, you know,
Yeah,
like,
they
they were
could
all,
go
like,
so good.
Yep.
There was one where apparently OJ was in it, like in the 80s, like way a long time ago.
I think he was in most of on all of them, wasn't he?
I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's just like a clip I saw, and I laughed so hard because it's like him in like a wheelchair, and it's like Leslie Nielsen and a girl talking, and then they give him a push, but he's like up on top of like a stadium, so he goes down like boom, 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 and then he like flips and spins, and somebody's like, "This is his way down to hell" or something. I don't know. It just made me laugh, and I was like, "This is horrible."
Dude, he was the best in those movies. Always
He was really funny. Yeah, he was really funny in those movies.
Yeah, that was one of the sad things about. Besides the murder, I was like, oh man, I really enjoyed him in The Naked Gun. I think he was a football player and stuff too. But I only remember from Naked Gun.
We might have mentioned this on one of the earlier, like one of the first couple podcasts.
Oh boy!
But it was a long time ago. And but there was this big woman that lived on our street growing up. We lived in like a hood kind of apartment areas, and this woman was $5 bills maybe. She was she was a biggins. And,
is this the one that she was having a party and the guy she was dating had to go back out because she ate the cake for the party before the party?
Yes.
Oh.
She was so fat her boyfriend had to wipe her ass and stuff for her.
Yeah, her boyfriend was like this super like skinny. He was like 80 pounds. He was like anorexic looking, but he used to have to
all his food.
He used to have to bathe her and wipe her ass for her and stuff.
That's crazy.
But I remember when OJ was found innocent of murder, she had a big white sheet that she threw up over her porch that said the juice is loose. She was like,
free the juice, let the juice loose or something. Yes!
No, it said the juice is loose is what it said. Because he was found innocent. Like, I feel like she was like throwing her arms up or dancing or something out there.
Yes! Oh my God, I was going to tell that same story, but from the daughter's point of view because I dated the daughter. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, she had a thing that said the juice is loose. And yeah, the daughter was a girl like who like there was she like stood around and sucked a bunch of old guys' dicks. And I remembered like dating her, and then my grandma was like, "That's AIDS territory." She wasn't wrong.
I remember grandma saying that.
That's AIDS territory.
I remember before you dated her, she liked you. And she pulled a Wayne's World. She was on her bike and she was driving by and she was like, "Hi, Jesse." And it hit the curb and just went right over the fucking handlebars into the bushes.
The girl that was like I don't know, you like put the thing in her spokes and she like flew off her bike and then she like followed you home and your mom like slammed the door in her face. Like that's not the same girl.
No, that's a different girl.
Different girl.
That was a girl. I remember we just started laughing because mom felt bad, so mom would give that girl a ride to school sometimes with us, and we were just like, "Mom, hurry up and leave." We lost Chowder.
It's like, oh, what happened?
He got offended.
Did you get offended?
But my mom, she used to call. Is kid there?
I don't know.
Well, here.
Hello? Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
Mom used to call her car Bessie. Remember this?
Yeah.
And that girl tried to get in, and she grabbed the door and threw it open, and it like hit on the spring and bounced back and shut on her. And then she just opened the door and goes, "Guess Bessie just don't want to let me in today."
Yes, and we're just trying to dodge this bitch because she just kept trying to get in the car. Like, get the fuck out of here. And yeah, God bless her. I hope she's doing okay as well. But no, that was a different girl. The girl with the spokes was like she lived 2 streets over with her brother, but she was a real bitch, kind of a bully. And I remember she was a real jerk. So I should have done this.
So you
I
bullied
felt
her.
bad. No, she was a mean to me. She was a mean girl. And then she was driving.
She was a mean to me.
She was a mean to me. No, so
She
anyway,
used to put
this
the
bitch.
meatballs into my mouth.
Listen, so this bitch is like cruising down the road in her bike, and I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna get this bitch. And then I didn't really think it through, and I put like a stick in her front tire, and dude, she flipped and ate the pavement, and her face was all bloody, and she's like, I'm telling you, I'm bother. And then she went like kind of hobbling with blood dripping out of her face to our apartment, and like knocked on the door, and was like, and our mom was like, what? And then she was like, and then she's like, you're a kid, you put a stick in my front tire, and I flipped on my thing, and look what happened to me. And all Mom said was, I guess you shouldn't have been a cunt then, huh? And slammed the door in her face.
Wow.
This girl was really hurt.
That's horrific. Oh, Mom always protected. No matter what we did, Mom had our backs. Like, and which
It's affirmative.
I can't believe she said that.
He called the little girl a cunt and said, I guess you should have been a cunt, and slammed the door in her bleeding face.
Oh, the 80s. Oh, I miss the 80s so much.
That's horrible.
She's like, oh, do you want some ice cream? Is what she said to you after that. No.
Yeah, I think she did afterwards. She's like, so what do you want? Something to eat, or you want something to snack? I was like, yeah, sure, I'll have some ice cream. And then, this poor girl's
come
hobbling.
get some of Mommy's titty milk. I forgot you never got any of that.
No, never. I'm craving it. And,
Oh my God.
I understand everybody's comfort levels and shit, but do you hear those stories about like people that like breastfeed their kids to like 8, 9, 10 years old? That's too fucking far.
No, thank you. No.
When you're looking down at your kid and they're sucking on your tit and jerking off, it's too much. It's too much.
The line's gotta be somewhere. Like, come on. No. That's a no.
You want that change to go to the store? And
then, like, I remember some woman in Florida she was like, the kid was like 8 or 9. She's like, basically said it was a comfort issue. Like, we both it makes us both feel comfortable. I'm just like, no, that's too much.
That's therapy. That's like something's wrong there. Therapy. Like something's wrong with you. Both of you.
Well, I think on that note, does anybody have any dog dicks in the news?
That bitch is letting her 8-year-old sucking her titties.
All right. So, folks, this was delicious. We're going to check you guys next week. And, so say it to Shepherd. So say it to Flock. Get that titty rub, folks. Goodbye. Shotgun fucking...
What are you, some kind of dog dick? Dick.
Cases of Jason, episode 21. I'm Jay Chowder. We got Boat here. You mother's a whore.
I think you should start it again. I was talking in the background. Start it again.
That's how we should keep it. It's fun.
Fuck off.
Slopdog's here. She's like, am I saying hello?
Hello.
It's
I
something.
thought you were gonna say something like over dramatic, like if you can still hear my breathing, I'm just gonna kill myself. Like, I was like, whoa, settle down.
That's the way it would be a thing.
He's still stuffing. He's got the
But he
AIDS
still
now.
got the AIDS.
Blood leaking out my penis.
Oh. You might want to have that looked at.
You say,
Yikes.
oh, I
You want
say,
some red
yum.
showers?
Hold on. Shit, let me take myself off speakerphone. Hold on.
Always on
Come on.
speaker with you.
What happened?
Your precious little arms can't hold a fucking phone up. Gotta be on speaker.
It's like
Yeah,
a
your mother's a whore.
T-Rex.
Your mother's a whore. Fuck off. And listen, all right.